So while I'm waiting for the DC step-up power supply to more efficiently run the alternator in motor mode, I decided to do another video to bring up some not problems, but issues that I have to solve for this to take place. In the other video you saw where I talked about, I'd be eliminating this motor, and in place I have the flywheel here. Well, the only thing I can think of, nearby in my area around here that I can create a flywheel with is like a car tire, a wheel and tire assembly. And I can source out a wheel bearing and hub that I could mount to a frame over here and get that all good and well. But then trying to get a standardized V-belt pulley attached to it is just kind of where I'm not stuck, but just trying to figure out how to do that. Now I can get a go-kart axle, like a 1-inch go-kart axle, and have a live, what they call a live hub, for a go-kart wheel that has a keyway in that axle. I can get like 3/4 inch or 1 inch, and those axles you can get pulleys that fit those. But then I would have to mount, I'm thinking of like a carriage like this. The wheel sits in the middle, and then that rod fits in a bearing on this side and a bearing on this side, and then out on this end I mount the pulley on there. Now I can do that. Those bearings, they're okay, but they're not the best. They're not like a good automotive wheel hub bearing. Those are just a little more precision. They glide better. So let me show you the wheel that I am going to use. Measure the top of the one hole to the middle of the one of the bottom holes from there. And it's kind of hard to do this one-handed, but when I do this wheel, it's 4.5. It's the 4.5 spacing, and it's hard to see it. But anyway, I did it with both hands before, and that's what it is. So I have a 4.5 inch 5-lug wheel. Okay. But the issue is that those axles that I was looking at are 4-lug. You can't get a 5-lug go-kart axle. So I'd have to then buy a 4-lug to 5-lug adapter plate, which they make, but those are rather expensive. It seems like you can't buy just one; you have to buy two, and they're about $100. And by the time, I don't want to spend that much, on this yet. Once I got it all to, get all the pieces working, then maybe I would think about that. But I mean, you can see the dilemma. Every approach I try to take, I go, oh well, I could do that, but then you go, well, then I can't just mount that wheel on the 4-lug. I'm not going to be able to like put weights and stuff on this wheel, so it needs to be as balanced as possible. Go-kart stuff is just not, it's not made as precision. It doesn't, and I can't, a go-kart wheel, a 4-lug, I guess I could get a 4-lug wheel tire for a smaller car, like a Saturn or something. But I don't know. It's just difficult. I want to kind of use what I've got. So I've got that wheel out there. So I'm gonna open this up to the viewers to leave comments. Like, just throw out some ideas. You know, if I get no ideas, I'll come up with something. But throw some ideas out there. Like, you know, I did some looking around. I'll throw up some pictures here on the video, and you'll be able to see the items that I found that could work. I found some different wheel hubs that the kind that I think I could use the easiest would be a rear hub that goes to a front-wheel drive vehicle, because it's got a plate on the back side of it that has threaded holes, and I could mount that to something and bolt to it. The other wheels always have a splined, how do you say it? They've got a spline socket in the bearing, and to use that, I would have to, you know, go to the salvage yard, find an axle shaft, and cut that to fit. It's just more work than I think I should put in right now. You know, I am a dad and a husband that, you know, I have to stick to my primary commission in life, you know. So throw out some ideas in the comments about what things you can think of offhand without going to a machine shop. You know, I got some machine shops around that could do this for me, where they could make a matching plate with the holes for the 5 lugs for a 4.5 inch spacing, with a keyway shaft coming out the end that I could attach a pulley to, like a 1 inch. I could do that. But you know, this, when you're gonna get into something like this, you want to be able to use things you have first to see if you can get it working, and then when you get it working, then it's okay to invest a little more money on that. So please throw out some ideas in the comments, and again, if you like this video, please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to my channel. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified for further videos. In part 3, I should be able to get into getting this stuff going. So I'll see you then.